Driving manual feels scary, I get it, but here's the truth. The whole secret comes down to one single thing, just one. Understand that, and you'll be moving in minutes. No confusing theory, no driving school stuff, no unnecessary steps, just simple, clear visuals and the exact things you need to know. And by the end of this, it will all make sense. Let's get into it. Before you touch any pedal, you need to understand one thing, just one. And once you get it, everything else becomes obvious. A manual car has three parts: the engine, the clutch, the wheels. The engine runs constantly. From the moment you start the car, it's producing power. It never stops, it never waits. Your job as the driver is simply to control when and how that power reaches the wheels. That's exactly what the clutch does. Think of the clutch as the middleman between the engine and the wheels. Press it all the way down, and the engine completely separates from the wheels. The engine keeps running, but no power goes anywhere. The wheels do nothing. Now slowly release that clutch, and the engine and wheels begin to reconnect. Power starts flowing through, and the car begins to move. The clutch works on friction. Inside the car, there are two discs, one connected to the engine, one connected to the wheels. Press the clutch down, they separate, release it. They come together and grip. That grip is what moves the car. The smoother you bring them together, the smoother the car moves. That moment when they first make contact, that's the bite point. We're coming back to that later, because that one moment changes everything. For now, just keep this in your head. Clutch down, disconnected. Clutch up, connected. Engine makes power. Clutch controls it. Wheels deliver it. Three parts. One simple system. Most beginners don't fail because manual is hard. They fail because they repeat the same three mistakes without understanding why. So let's go through each one, quickly and clearly. Mistake 1. Releasing the clutch too fast. This is the biggest one. Probably responsible for 90% of all beginner stalls. You lift your foot off the clutch too quickly. The engine gets shocked, and the car jerks forward and dies. Why does this happen? Because the clutch is not an on-off switch, it's a gradual connection. The engine and wheels need time to meet and sync their speed. Rush that process, and the engine can't handle the sudden load in stalls. Slow, always slow. Give the clutch time to connect properly. Mistake 2, not enough gas. The moment the clutch starts connecting, the engine is being asked to move the full weight of the car. That takes power. If you're not giving it enough gas at that exact moment, the engine runs out of energy and dies. So as the clutch slowly comes up, the gas gently goes in. At the same time, together. One without the other doesn't work. This is a two-foot coordination, and once you feel it, it becomes completely natural. Mistake 3, wrong gear. Always start in first gear, every single time, no exceptions. First gear is specifically designed for getting the car moving from a complete stop. It gives the engine the right amount of power at low speed. Starting in second or shifting up too early puts the engine in a situation it can't handle and leads to more stalling, more jerking, more frustration. First gear, every time you stop, every time you start. Simple rule, never break it. 3 mistakes, now you know them, now you won't repeat them. Okay, this is the moment. Step by step, do exactly this, in order, no skipping. Step 1, clutch all the way down. Left foot goes straight to the floor, full press, not halfway, all the way. This disconnects the engine from the wheels completely and makes everything safe. This is always your first move every single time you start from a stop. Make it a habit, clutch down first, always. Step 2, start the car. Turn the key or press start. Engine comes to life. Keep that clutch fully pressed. Nothing is connected yet. You are in complete control. Step 3, into first gear. Clutch still fully down. Move the gear shifter into first. On most cars, that's up and to the left. Once you're in first, just pause for a moment. Clutch down, first gear, engine running. Feel the car underneath you. Listen to the engine. Get used to that feeling before you do anything else. Most beginners rush this moment. Don't. Take 2 seconds. Settle in. Step 4, a little gas. Before you touch the clutch, gently press the gas just a little. You're aiming for around 1500 to 2000 RPM on the gauge. No gauge, just listen. The engine should sound slightly stronger than normal idle. A gentle, steady hum. Not roaring, just slightly more alive. That small amount of gas is what keeps the engine from dying the moment the clutch starts connecting. Think of it as waking the engine up before asking it to do work. Step 5. Slowly release the clutch. This is the most important step. Ease your left foot up, slow, patient, millimeter by millimeter. At some point, you'll feel a small shudder. A gentle pull forward, the car will feel like it wants to move. That is the bite point. The moment you feel that, stop releasing the clutch. Hold it right there. Don't go further, don't push it back down, just hold. Now add a little more gas, let the car roll forward smoothly, and once it's moving, slowly release the clutch the rest of the way, smooth and steady. And just like that, you're driving. Step 6, breathe. Seriously. Relax your feet. Tense feet lose sensitivity and you stop feeling the pedals properly. Keep your left foot light and controlled. Keep your right foot gentle on the gas. If you stall, no problem at all. Clutch back down, start again, repeat the steps. Each time you do it, the bite point will feel clearer and clearer. Don't chase perfection, just chase the feeling. That's the only goal right now. You've heard the steps. Now let's see it happen in real time. Because watching it once is worth more than reading about it 10 times. Watch everything. Pedals, gear shifter, RPM gauge, road ahead, all at once. The start, clutch all the way down, first gear in, gentle press on the gas, engine picks up just slightly. Now the clutch starts slowly coming up. Watch the left foot, slow and steady. There, right there. See that small shudder through the car? That's the bite point. Hold it. A little more gas, and the car rolls forward. Smooth, clean, no stall. Now watch the RPM gauge during that moment. As the clutch connects, the RPM drops slightly. That drop is completely normal. That's the engine taking on the weight of the car. If the RPM drops too much and the engine sounds like it's struggling, give it a little more gas. If it stays steady, you're doing it perfectly. Now the wrong way, exact same start. But the clutch comes up too fast, and there it is. Jerk, choke, stall, dead. That's the difference. It's not dramatic, just 1 or 2 seconds of impatience. That's literally all that separates a smooth start from a stall every single time. Now watch the recovery after a stall. Clutch back down immediately, stay calm, first gear still in, touch of gas. Clutch slowly up again, find the bite point, hold it, car rolls. See that? You're back moving in seconds. Stalling is not failure, it's just a reset. The important thing is staying calm and going through the steps again without panicking. Shifting to second, RPM climbing toward 2,500. Foot slightly off gas, clutch straight down, second gearing clean, clutch back up smoothly, gas back in. Done, easy, and notice something, that gear change felt much smoother than the first start. That's because the car is already moving. Engine and wheels are already spinning at similar speeds, so the connection happens faster and cleaner every time you shift while moving. Third gear, same process. RPM builds, clutch down, third in, clutch up, gas on. Cruising, watch the RPM gauge after each shift. Every time you change gear, RPM drops, then builds again. That pattern is your signal. RPM climbing high, time to shift up. Simple rhythm. Every gear change follows the same rule. Now watch a full run from stop to third gear at real speed. No slow motion, no pauses. Just a clean, natural drive. Clutch, gear, gas, clutch, gear, gas. See how fluid it looks? That's what just a little bit of practice gives you. It stops being a checklist and starts being instinct. By third gear, something starts to happen. You feel a rhythm building. Clutch down, gear in, clutch up, gas on. Your feet start learning faster than your brain does. After just a few attempts, you stop thinking about each step. It starts to flow. And that's the moment manual driving stops feeling like work and starts feeling like second nature. Everything in this video comes down to this one thing. And this is the part most tutorials completely skip over. The bite point. It's the exact moment the clutch connects the engine to the wheels, the moment power starts flowing, the moment the car decides to move. You cannot see it, but you will absolutely feel it. As the clutch slowly comes up, the car gives you a signal. The front dips slightly, the engine sound gets a little deeper. The whole car feels like it's holding its breath. That feeling right there is your bite point. The moment you feel it, stop. Don't release further, don't push back. Just hold that position, add a little gas, and let the car roll forward on its own. Most beginners feel it and panic. Foot shoots back down or lifts too fast. Both kill the car. The answer is always the same. Feel it, hold it, let the car do the work. Here's how to practice without even moving. Empty parking lot, clutch down, first gear, zero gas. Slowly release the clutch until the car just starts to pull, then push it back down. Do that 10 times. Just finding that feeling, nothing else. By the 10th time, you'll know exactly where your bite point is. Every car is slightly different, but the feeling is always the same. And once your foot knows it, it never forgets. It's not about steps, it's about feel. Find that one moment and manual driving will never feel difficult again. Now stop watching and go practice, and that's it. Everything you need to drive a manual car in one video. Go find an empty parking lot, practice the bite point, give yourself 20 minutes, and I promise it will click. If this helped you, drop a like. It helps more people find this video. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.